All right, all right, all right. I think that's it. Hello and welcome to Kaichi Alchemy. You can call me Kachi. This is a space of love, y'all. Welcome or welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is in the cosmos, whenever this is finding you there. I want to thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for co-creating community with us. Thank you for all of the likes, shares, subscribes, comments, engagement things. It definitely helps the channel to grow. 44 on the timer. So when I first started the live stream today, it immediately created some kind of connectivity issue, and the little spiral of doom thing came up, and it said reconnecting right away, right off the bat. We're gonna pivot today from the original plan because I definitely feel the need to go create some time and space to go crawl into the cave of my room and cry and stuff. Oh, hi, Aisha Santiago. And so we're going to be a little bit more abbreviated today, and just take an entirely different approach entirely. But I thought that was so funny that we started off with the reconnecting little spiral of doom disconnection thing with the live streaming, because the card that I pulled for you guys was Sedona, and the power symbol here is a spiral, and as well as going and hiding myself in my cave room and crying and all of that in the dark, I think that I will also be incorporating this this working with spirals action step and imagery and information within here. I think that this is probably a really helpful, accurate reading and message for me as well. So I love when that happens, when we're vibing and aligned like that. I also love reading for everybody else as well, but that just seemed to be a interesting serendipity that the Sedona energy focus happens to be empowerment. You probably are aware that Sedona is in Arizona of the United States of America. I have never been myself, but I have a lot of friends for whom it is a very important, powerful spot. And we're going to read a little bit on your recent past, your present, and your potential future energy. And then we're going to be doing this working with spirals action step together. So let me know if you guys have any questions down in the chat. I'll be here a little bit briefer than usual, but I would love to get around to anybody's individual mini read stuff that they've been holding on to, if they happen to be holding on to it, you know what I mean? And then I encourage all of y'all to take my lead also. And I mean, maybe you don't need to go hide in a room and cry, but maybe you need to like laugh or scream or jump off of something really high up, or go swimming, like go do the thing that moves the energy in the way that you need it to be moved. All right, so here we're going to read on the lower world, the past position. They say, are you drawn to the picture of Montezuma well on the card? This sacred pool birthed the Yavapai people, the natives of Sedona. The spiral represents the site's strong vortex of earth energy, which empowers you with overwhelming peace. Something in your recent past has made your soul cry out for peace. Imagine now diving through the cool turquoise waters of this pool, or go swimming for real in open water, a river, a lake, or the sea. As you swim, in your imagination or in reality, allow your soul to be refreshed. Connect with the ancestors created from Sedona's whirl of intense spiritual power, and be open to the advice from loved ones in your own past. Are you seeking strength and encouragement? The knowledge of the ancestors is profound and nurturing. So stay a while in the water and rest your weary soul in the counsel of these wise ones. Let them invigorate you to face the world with strength and confidence. Yes, definitely. We all have some sort of helpful, supportive, nurturing, benevolent ancestors. For some people on this earth, I have seen it is not any of your living relatives. And as much as that is a challenging situation to be in, it's usually, a part of your journey and your dharma for some reason or another. And even then, it's always, especially then, it's really important to connect in with your spirit team and like your connection to your ancestors that have passed over, because even if you do have living relatives that are bringing you strength and encouragement and nurturing, there are a wide variety of gifts and energies and potential advice and supportive words and actions that these people can all take individually differently. So remember that you have a big team on your side, whether that's spiritually, physically, or both. I think for most people it is both. What did Aisha say? Sorry. Da, da, da. Yeah, that I have a problem. I think a couple of years ago I started collecting my tarot and oracle cards. I had grown up in a home in an environment that was, really into art and creativity and expression and stuff. I mean, not my mom specifically, but like the people I grew up around, like the community. And they were like, my grandfather could hand draw your astrology chart, like freehand. He's freaking savant. That there's so much of this stuff that I was exposed to, but I was also taught to be kind of like fearful and ashamed, kind of like a witch wound thing. Like, we have to keep this stuff private and minimized so that we don't get vilified and attacked and misunderstood and stuff like that. And that wasn't everybody in my community, but it was definitely a lot of the people closest to me, especially like in my immediate family. So there was this very mixed messaging, which is why I was just referring to how important it is to connect with your entire spirit team, with your entire support system, physical, spiritual, both, otherwise, you know what I mean? What is jarhead? Is a expression, as an emphatic expression of some kind? Oh, jarhead for everyone. I see now you're responding to him. Them. Sorry. Didn't mean to assume your gender. Hello, Sergeant Poopy Pants. Good evening. I mean, what time is it where you are tuning in from? What do you mean what happened to your drawing? Which drawing? I know, right? It devolves, it descends into chaos sometimes. I really don't do a whole lot of kicking people out and minimizing that. Maybe I should, but for now, this is what it is. This is the 99th video of this 100 days of tarot and oracle readings in a row. And so there will be lots of shifts and changes coming up. I'm going to take a brief break and do some reflection with this new moon, and then let you guys know exactly what the plan is. But I know for sure that we're going to be doing weekly scheduled free readings and coffee chat stuff, so that we have like a time and a place where we can expect each other and we can kind of build that up. One of my favorite readers, Just Puckett, the Chaos Witch, she pretty much live streams every single Friday at like 10 a.m. or something. And because of that consistency, they've developed such a neat community and like, you know, are able to support each other in that way. So I love that. Like a cake, like baking. Are you cake? Are you, not sure. Okay. In any case, let us move on because I did say this is going to be brief and I do need to focus on this peace and empowerment and doing the things I said I was going to do, right? Okay. Middle world present. If you feel that you no longer control what happens to you, what you do, or who you are, then you have drawn this card to help you regain your spiritual power. In the 1870s, white settlers displaced the native caretakers of Cathedral Rock. Yet the spiritual presence of the ancestors could not be removed and still lingers in the air, calling many to make a pilgrimage to Sedona. This is a place of awe, of visions, and extraterrestrial visitations. The intense beauty and rich color of the landscape magnetize emotions. It's a place that revitalizes your passion for life and manifestation. Right now, you need to reconnect to the source, to feel again what it means to be alive, to be human, and to achieve all that you can. Spend time in a place that holds beauty for you, an art gallery, a museum, a park, or with people you are attracted to. Through your appreciation of beauty, you will be fed by the source. That's interesting because there's a lot going on in the astrology right now that is encouraging you to connect and find intimacy and develop relationship and come into that energy of relationship. But again, some of us have that accessible. Some of us have people that we're attracted to in real life. Some people have nobody in their life like that. And so places of, art or nature can be really useful in that case because you're trying to connect to the source. You're trying to connect to a certain energy. You're trying to connect to the energy of empowerment. You're trying to connect to the energy of source. And so if there are real live people in your life that you are attracted to and you are called to spend time with, then yes, you're being encouraged to do that. But don't force that. If that isn't the case, then what is it that you are attracted to in the world? What is it that causes you to see the light of source shine through and draw you towards it like a bug to a lamp, And go to those places and connect to those spaces, and you will find the same kind of intimacy and healing and feeling of being seen and feeling of being encouraged in your strength and your empowerment and your peace and whatever it is that you are currently needing and seeking. So yeah, just always remember that what it is that we are attracted to, what it is that we love about other people, is always just a reflection of the things that we love about God, that we love about ourselves, that we love about nature. So there's always lots of other opportunities to, connect with your support system, even if that doesn't happen to be particularly people in a physical sense. Hello, yes, sir. Good evening. Okay, so the upper world potential, it says Boynton Canyon is the most mysterious and sacred of all the canyons in Sedona. It was believed by the Yavapai that the spirit and founder goddess Lady Kachina resides there. Her fertility gives you the power to birth your ideas and ventures. Notice the large raven on the card. It's a messenger spirit and represents the mystery of that which has not yet formed, a black hole, an energy vortex. If a large black bird appears to you in a vision or for real, know that you are being called to go into the great void, to connect with the magical potential of what you can create. Use the card as a meditative focal point to draw in the energy that is available to you and enter that void. Within the darkness, your thoughts will release the new forms of what you wish to bring about. Thus, your new reality will be birthed. Isn't that so funny? Right at the beginning of this message, I was saying we're just going to be here briefly because I need to go into a dark cave room and cry. Into the darkness. Into the darkness. To release. To change. To bring about wishes. To enter the void. To birth a new reality. Yeah, I think everybody in this collective is feeling a little bit sensitive. And I think that will take different expressions for everybody. But we're all being encouraged to seek out the support of our support system, whether that's nature, whether that's the people in our lives or otherwise. Whatever our support system happens to be, whatever brings us back to that connection to source. But also, as well as reaching out to our spirit guides, our ancestors, our friends, our family, our community, the nature around us, etc. We're also being encouraged just as much to look inwards, going into the darkness or meditating on the spiralic vortex entry to the void or any of these things is going to be very useful. Like, you have to meet the darkness before you can transform things. You have to come into complete contact with yourself. You have to have intimacy with yourself in order to even have intimacy with your support system externally. You can't really have one without the other. You can kind of perform it, but it won't really land and it won't really integrate. Okay? So if this is resonating with you so far, there is an action step, and I'm not sure if it's a meditation or what's going on here. It's called Working with Spirals. So take a seat and I will walk y'all through this if you're feeling aligned with this Sedona energy of empowerment and the spiral vortex. It's time to become a vortex of energy. The spiral represents the path of outer and inner consciousness and your Kundalini energy, which is waiting to be awakened. Go out and find spiral shapes, for they exist everywhere in nature and can be recognized in plants, fruits, trees, shells, animals, tornadoes, and the swirl of wind, fire, and water. As part of your road to spiritual fulfillment, take time to paint or doodle spirals. Spin round in a spiral, like the whirling dervish who dances a sacred pattern as you follow the path to your destiny. As you focus on the spiral on the card, allow it either to take you deep within or expand you outward. Are you drawn to discover a great vortex of earth energy, or to travel to one of the great power places of this planet? Or perhaps the spiral may lead you to create your own sacred site through prayer, meditation, and ceremony. Follow your instinct. What I say, go swim, go climb a tree, go scream, go cry in the darkness, go do whatever feels right to you. Go connect with your friends and your family, or go connect with your distant ancient ancestors, or go sit in the woods, whatever you are being called to instinctually. The other day I did a reading and I was talking about how the energy of shame was something that I experienced a lot with my sister, and it was like a shame of my self-expression, a shame of my sexuality, a shame of my attractiveness, my attraction, my did I say expressiveness already? My sensuality, my creativity, my light, my whatever. But this is something that I kind of forgot about. What it really is, I mean, I guess intuition and instinct are theoretically kind of arguably slightly different things. But in general, right now, in this circumstance, it seems to be kind of giving the same message. Follow your gut, listen to your gut, follow your instincts, listen to your intuition, and if you happen to have some kind of knot in there, which most people do have some kind of sacral chakra blockage of one kind or another, then work through that. What a perfect shape for that kind of work. Work through that by doing what we do here. Coming wherever you need to go to practice following your instincts, listening to your gut, utilizing your intuition, trusting it, having faith in it, and maybe it'll lead you somewhere you didn't expect or that you consider to be the wrong way or whatever. But even in that, you are learning, and that was probably a part of your intuitive guidance in the first place as well. So follow your instinct, do what feels right, but in general, just focus on the energy of the spiral. And that's going to bring you a lot of answers in the realm of peace, empowerment, strength, encouragement, support, whatever you need. The spiral contains everything, right? It's like the circle, except it's got even more depth and complexity and truth to it. It's even more real. Like, there are no perfect circles in nature, but there are spirals, as she was saying, everywhere you look. So go out there and practice looking for them. Just like you practice looking for your instinctual and intuitive nudges and follow them, keep your eyes open for these spiral energies, these spiral plants, animals, objects, these spirals that you find, that you see, that you pick up on. The more you keep your eyes peeled for something, the more you allow your brain to do its problem solving thing and do its picking up information thing in a non-linear kind of way, like a really wide, open-minded kind of way. You're taking in so much information, and that's how you relate to your intuition. That's how you relate to nature. It's not really something to be analyzed and pulled apart and put into a graph. I mean, there are aspects of nature that we can study in that way, and that's great. But ultimately, source and the spirit of nature is holism. It's more integrated than that. It's more complex than that. It's deeper than that. If you are struggling and seeking depth that you can't seem to find in the people, places, and circumstances around you, all you really got to do is step outside into nature, and you'll find it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Thank you for all the likes and stuff, all of the engagement-y things. I really appreciate you, and I'm going to do what I said I was going to do and follow y'all's advice, follow my advice, lead by example. I'm gonna go find my cave darkness room, do the crying, probably, maybe, I don't know. I'm really feeling the energy of this card already. It's like you throw a rock in the pond and it ripples, right? And that's kind of a violent act to throw a rock into this water. It's such a hard, sharp thing that you throw into this soft, perceptive thing. And it's a little chaotic in the beginning when you first throw the rock in the water. But after it's fallen down, down, down into the bottom of the depths of the water, you start to see this coherence developing in the rings that it creates in the water. And similarly, I think when you seek peace, when you seek empowerment, when you seek healing, when you seek change, it's gonna get more chaotic before it gets more clarified. And that's part of the process. So maybe a little bit of a heads up and a warning to like not let that get in your head, to expect it, to have gratitude for it, to appreciate the chaos in the beginning of attempting to move towards peace, empowerment, strength, equanimity, support, all of these themes we were talking about today. Yeah. All right. Thank you for pivoting with me. Thank you for going on that journey with me. Thank you for connecting to the energy of the spiral as you go through your life and your day and your week. And I hope all of y'all enjoy this new moon. I'm definitely going to be on tomorrow, I don't know why I said probably. I'm definitely going to be on for the 100th episode of 100 Days of Daily Tarot and Oracle Readings. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys there. I probably am not going to announce the time. I'm just going to pop up. So keep your eyes peeled. And if you don't happen to make it live, then just, you can watch the replay if you would like. And I will be setting up those weekly live streams scheduled at the same time every week very soon so that we can, develop this community and consistency and perhaps create more peaceful, supportive, integrated aspects to your support system. Maybe we can expand your support system together through that avenue. With y'all's help, we sure can make that happen. So thank you so much for all of your help that you have brought to this community and to this channel so far. One more little look-see for old time's sake. If any of you happen to be from Sedona, have connections to Sedona, maybe some kind of confirmation for you, or maybe you're being encouraged to take a little vacation for some of y'all. If that happens to be your intuitive and instinctual guidance right now in your seeking of source and spiral energy, then I would fully encourage you to go do that and find whatever solutions you can and have to make that happen. Because again, I have never been personally, but every person I've ever known who had some kind of personal connection to Sedona and had some kind of journey there physically themselves had one of the most deep and profound and transformative experiences of their lives in that space. So I definitely believe it is an energetic, powered spot that is very valuable for a whole wide group of people. So maybe that's you. Let me know how all of that goes when we meet up for our next live stream. And 29:33 on the timer. I hope y'all have a beautiful evening. Love, light, peace, and personal responsibility. I will see you